welcome. Yeah, we've got a lot of shit planned today. We've got no.
Anyway, let's get some stuff on. Let's go. A few weights we've got cleaned up first. Later, he could be in the way. Anyway, I've already. So now that my we've got this hook section where I added a special part, this clip here, for a rig that we be making for her for sturgeon, because this will be a so-called shark saver rig. This clip on part here is just so you can catch a brake line. Then your whole rig sits as it's supposed to in the water. But at the same time, it'll still it has a mechanism in it to not accidentally harm or even kill a shark. But I'll explain how exactly that works in a minute. But it's a pretty thought out method, let's put it that way. This one right here is something for my cat. We'll do a wind on leader. I think he uses mono, doesn't he? Yeah, I'll just put a loop end on there and still cut it into a hollow core splice, which is what I would do. But you can tie any form of a loop knot as well, and just do it is mono and just do a cat's paw. That'll work just fine as well. Here we also have this final rig, where I still just need to shrink the shrink tube. This is we call it this is like a non-plus. Well, it's for if you want your bait sitting on the bottom. This is a non-plus ultra for shark fishing, or you could even attach a little float to your bait. For example, you could create a dangler with float in it, and then this would actually sit like this high off the bottom. Is rigged. So it doesn't have to be a bottom fishing rig, but it is a little bit more likely to get stuck in the rocks than my 3x rig. My 3x rig is the least likely to get permanently stuck between the rocks. I mean, honestly, this rig, but they both have their upsides and downsides, and I'll explain that in a bit. But if I wasn't expecting a bunch of snacks, I would always fish this rig. Or not always, actually. If I think the sharks need to play a little bit more with the bait, and I believe my weights to be too heavy like I think like if the shark spits the bait because the weight is too heavy, then this rig is only subpar. But any other situation, this rig is huge. Yeah, don't want to say the wrong word there, but yeah. Anyway. And then I have a section of mono that is ready to use for this rig. Here it is, yeah. Because you're gonna attach a swivel or a solid ring to down here. On this end, you could do a knot, but let's just do crimps and then maybe a shrink tube. Honestly, don't need shrink tube. No, we don't. We don't. So oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. It would be nice. This is a simple style of the rig. I'm just now looking for either the right swivel or the right kind of a big solid ring. It really doesn't matter in this case. Usually it does, in this case, absolutely does not matter. So probably even attach. Oh, let's get a crimps on. We'll probably even attach another small swivel to this. So re-spinning shouldn't be an issue. And only the weight is going to be attached to this. You'll understand what I mean in a minute once I actually start building the rig. These crimps are too small. Dang, I've wreaked havoc on my crimp. It's still too small. Or do I just need to cut my model a bit better? Nope, still too small. Okay. No, that needs some pretty serious crimps. Yes, that's the right size. I just need one more of that size. Nope, that is too small still. Okay, got our two crimps. Now for our swivel. I'll draw the swivel and just this a little split ring to another snap, small snap ring. And then drop a weak link and everything. But like I said, it still not really matter. One of the few cases where you don't need this back. You really don't. We could also do a shackle. That would work too. Maybe let's do the shackle because that'll make it. Yeah, that'll. Then we switch out the main part of your rig. But let's go with a bit of a smaller shackle. Maybe so we can fit or so we can fit our little swivel for the weight to attach the weight to on here. And also, of course, you can attach the weight to the shackle. you find it's not. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Where are my tackles of the right size though? And this is gonna be a tackle. You actually don't need to. You can just crimp an eye on the end of this model. You don't need to shackle right now. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, tighten that loop down quite a lot. Although does it fit through the eye of this swivel? Not really, though. Not does it? First, get them just barely put crimp into shape. They're very powerful crimpers, so you don't want to over crimp. Like once you feel, you basically crimp down. Once you feel your crimp giving you a lot more resistance than before, you just give it a tiny extra squeeze to get it. That's how you want to crimp mono. Cable, you can be a bit more, you can crimp it a bit harder. But still a similar principle. Don't necessarily want to crimp all the way, although if you use softer copper crimps, it's not going to be a big deal. Unless you're using some super soft cable, you're not going to have issues with that. Yep. Shackle goes on the end here. We'll just add one of those bigger solid rings. So it slides well. And we're gonna add one of those rings to our hook part over here. Yes, I know I always complicate rigging. Don't worry, I know. Okay, that's the ring that you could technically use. It's more like a bit overkill, and it'll require lots of shackle. So that's no good. I'll see if I can find a smaller one. Oh, we found a shackle. That's nice. So Yep. Voila. Now we just need our it does attach. It could also do just attach a big check. Why? Then we can use the solid ring we already have. And it will make the leader work even better anyway. Or no. First row. No. I don't trust that. I wouldn't be 100% sure that it's not going to slip, so I'm not going to do it. If I'm not 100% sure, I'm not going to do it. Boxes, yes. Where is already used a lot of that on all kinds of wheels. Yes, no, we still have some round. It's not like my whole thing. So we have a bunch of larger rings. Down there. It's just a heavy moving. Not what we want, fortunately. In larger ring. Another big ring. And another. Okay. Maybe we have, could I have a ring in here? Come on. What's this outfit? Is on loose? All kinds of stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can get this ring here on with a big split ring of trouble. If so, then we'll just do that. Fuck up. I know I still have some. Okay, I need to buy them. I guess not. Okay, one last.
No, not quite.
It'll biggest, heaviest movie. Like not from
Yeah.
No, I split it. No, depends on that already have something here. Like caliber.
Hmm.
I need to clean all this shit up. I wanna get this part done first. Life is awesome in me, but I wanna yeah, I just feel like I need to finish this before before I start the whole clean up thing. Even though it will make it easy. Then I do actually have what to say. Why gotta make my life this hard? Because I really don't have. It's all be so much easier. Nope, gotta be a pain in my own ass. Oh, that's me, I guess. Okay, these two things I remember. 300 pounds out of the granny. I hope that's on 400 pounds goodies. Yeah, if this split ring doesn't become permanently banned, I'm gonna be really impressed. Nope, it's Maybe a teeny tiny bit, but nothing that'll matter. But it would have still been easier and made more sense to use one a tiny bit smaller. But anyway. Like a solid ring is a bit smaller or a bit of a tiny bit, but this will work just fine. All right. Now for the model end of the track saver rig. I really am. I hope at least I'm on a long way here. Yes, and let's get a big old snap screw on here. Okay, these are empty. It still needs to be strong snap. Okay, metals, legal. Oh, yeah. Okay, these are good. These are good. These are good. I'm even gonna put on a bigger shackle. Maybe just barely. But not really. Okay. We will have to use a smaller shackle. Um, it just crap keeps going. Why do I always find? I always have everything at hand except when I need it. Anyone else know what that's like? You have everything you could ever need except when you actually need it. Hey there, coffee. What's up? Let's put everything here. That's not really right. Fix. I know how to make this work. Or come from totally kidding. Totally fucking kidding. Great. We do need a small shadow. Oh, here it is. Sometimes I just myself. Make myself, you know, I just make shit difficult for myself for no real reason. Although I didn't even have to build the brick really as complicated. Just okay, the kids to do this for not for the small circles. Oh, here would have been one of a small ring. The small ring doesn't do shit without the small shackle. Probably only half a small shackle only. Oh yeah, yeah. It's possible that. Okay. Yeah, I don't trust this. Okay, the small ring. A little knife, it's not gonna change things. So now we've got a little shackle. One, two, three. Oh, yeah, that's what kind of works, but it's not. That's not really. Yeah, now we're talking. Now the idea of the rig and the beauty of the rig. This is the final end of it. Rig will do a wind only turn on here. And basically, we've got a rig fishing like this. Very solid, not going anywhere. The thing is, though, that here's attaches the weight. If you want to, you can the bottom of the spider weight on this swivel with a brake line, so it's all in line. If not, either way, if it once the brake line breaks or if you don't use it in the first place, your rig can slide up the main line. And because this is going to be a wind-on rig, the shark will only be trailing this bisection part. Only this metal part of the leader will be left on the shark if you break off or you get a swim through or whatever. Basically, the rig is designed to not leave a fish trailing on the line with only the bisection. Just giving this hook a tiny last sharpening. Beautiful. Rig is ready to ship. Well, no, we still need to use the wind on the car. But everything else is ready. So this rig is ready for them trying fish. I'm just gonna get some lighter. I have an assortment of different sandpapers. Let me get that. At the time, I outsmart myself with where I put it. That sounds really important, but I all of my fine sandpaper. I really don't need super fine stuff on this one realistically. So okay. I know where I have some that I can use, so maybe we'll just do that. And we can use the stuff, do the stuff needs a really fine stuff for later. So where's my 800 grit sandpaper? That's not 800 grit, but okay. 100 grit? Yeah. Also, this end was so rough. Maybe even 100 grit will smoothen it out a little bit. once we make the shape works. Okay. So far so good. So far so good. Now 800 grit sandpaper. This stuff is very, very fine. Starting to get good. Just 100 to 800 is such a ridiculous jump. Having some 400 or something like that in between would make things a lot easier, quicker, nicer. That's just, the old school method. Getting there. Yeah, that's a sort of let's take off all the rough things. Hey, Cat, what's up, girl? I think someone you might or might not know, Cat, just went live, by the way. Yeah, that's pretty good. Wasn't this pointy though? Yeah. Good. By the way, I saw a fox yesterday morning. And this is still rough spots on here. Oh, damn. Okay, never use this rock as sandpaper. Should have just gone straight 800. Final time for that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, ready for insertion. All right, I need to get my charger. There. My charger, yeah. It's already ready. Because we had only 6% battery, that's not good. Done. Done, baby. Okay. Now we'll just give a bit of extra space. And we will make it. This one's 300 pound mono. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Will be 2 fathoms. Maybe 3. A significant part of this line needs to be inserted. the sharper knife, I need to cut it against a wooden surface. I choose a ladder. Let's taper it just a little bit. Yeah. Honestly, even that was unnecessary. Okay. Now we need a needle to create our specialty loop. This is in fact a connection I created myself. This kind of loop, no one else does it. To my knowledge, anyway. And there's one exactly how I tie it. So, yeah, no one knows how I do it. Maybe some really smart people have picked up on it. I kind of doubt that. Not because I don't think people are smart enough, I just don't think people have paid that close attention. They haven't shown it that closely. Yeah, that's going to be plan of attack. Overtaking. Technique is pretty damn simple. I came up with it years ago, just never had a good use for it. Now I do have a good use for it in a few different scenarios. I actually have a few different uses for it now, which is nice. Okay, let's make sure we don't have any twists in here. Okay, that loop is plenty big enough. This next stitch is going to lock everything in place. Well, actually, the one after that is going to truly seal the deal. Yeah, right now it can still move. It can never open, but it can move. It's still possible to move. But once this next stitch is complete, It becomes an immovable connection. Because it is so much line, let's just do this final stitch that really locks everything in place. And then you finish the splice off with a regular hollow core splice. You can absolutely use this splicing technique for the whole thing, but yeah, like this loop, you cannot open. You can pull out any tag end, it's never going to open. It cannot open. It's impossible. You have to literally break the loop up to open it. And there lies the beauty. And all leaders made out of braid come with a loop like unless they're made to be spliced into your main line. Let me put it this way: any leader that has a loop at the end is created with a loop like this. Yeah, so I should start with the second tapering on this style of leaders, so it doesn't matter. It's more work anyway. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Now I just need to take the other tag and cut some of the rough up bits off. Yeah. Super light touch up with a lighter. And now the insert of braid. Let's go through the needle first, at least most of it, make it a bit easier. Well, you have an idea how to make this a lot easier. So I can get some really heavy duty rigging grommets. Just do the normal straight. Don't have to do a right arm part. And by the way, I'm using 300 pounds. Oh, sorry, you guys couldn't even see me. That's kind of exotic. Sorry for that. This is already enough. That's illegal. All right. Now I just need to finish the fries. Finish him. Let's see. I think so. Oh, and then you go to the bathroom. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I already have a superior method in mind to do this in the future, but for now, we'll do it like this. For this rig. But yeah, like I said, I already have a superior method in mind. Huge. It's a lot of money. Okay. Just tag that. All right. Little overhand knot on here. Just yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that'll be enough. Finish. Will be our pseudo finish. Overhand knot, finish tie. Okay, we're slider and then we'll need to that, especially now. We'll add another finish on here. Like halfway, but the splice is already in full effect. Because if anything happens with one of those finishes, you've got to back up. And the splice won't just come undone. Might be overkill, but well, it's never overkill, quote unquote. It might just be unnecessary. Okay, that might that's what overkill means. So yeah, it might be overkill, but the one time you need it, if you don't have it, you're gonna be pretty screwed and pretty mad at yourself. And if you bought a leader, you're gonna be mad at whoever sold you a leader. And I don't want you to be mad at me. So I take every precaution I can to make sure my leaders will perform flawlessly every single time. Right. Once I get my website running, I will have to put a disclaimer that no leader is truly indestructible. It's fishing. And especially with carp fishing, it's impossible to make a leader that's indestructible. Truly, well, it is possible actually, but then we would just be looking at 3 millimeter chain, at 20 foot of 3 millimeter chain. That's not really practical. Actually, we're looking at 30 foot, 30 to 50 foot. If you want to make a truly indestructible leader, we'll be looking at 50 feet of 3 millimeter chain. Problem is that leaders will weigh several pounds, just the leader. You're gonna get a lot less bites. But no shark is gonna break you off on that. Of course, sharks will still break you off, but they'll break your main line. All right. We're pseudo finish once more. One, two. Okay. Pretty much done. Let's burn off our hat ends. Voila. We are done and ready to ship. The top finger. Yeah, I already know how to make this in a very, very simple way. Urban restoration isn't here, so. That's a shame. Let me see if we can screenshot this. I have to get it on camera so it's you can actually see what's going on. Okay. That should be good enough. Let's get this leader packed. Let's get it packed up. Hiding. So I'll make a coil like something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. And now we just wrap this rate around here. Voila! Nice. We got that final shot or other one. My most advanced shot trick. Just need to spin the straight down. But it's mono, so we have to be careful. I'm going to overshrink it. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah. That's gonna be fine. All right. I might need to check
if I can get some extra low temperature shrink tube. But this rig is a beast. Never gonna, it's never gonna break on a fish. Okay. Okay. I'll just get the white vacuum sealer over here. Be right back. And we'll seal up those rigs. And if one sec. If vacuum sealing leader sounds weird, I understand it, but it has there is a reason behind it. It's just you want to make sure these rigs, for one, they don't shouldn't take any extra space more than necessary, and if there's vacuum sealed, well, you're not going to get any moisture. So you're not going to get, you know, if there's you won't have any issues with corrosion before you even start using the gear, because that's a real issue with leaders sometimes. You don't need a crazy hard seal on these. First brick, vacuum seal, ready to go. This is the only one that barely fits. Let's see if we can get this sealed properly still. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Good. I might have to put some protectors for the hooks. I might just double back this one. Yeah, I'll double back this one because I don't trust that this hook point. I think this hook point already has. I don't know if it's poking through or not, but it could easily. It wouldn't take much to make it poke through. So just being safe. Okay, this is drawing air in from somewhere. Honestly, that's enough. Hi there. Is that Picker? No, Yogi Bear. What's up? Just the Yogi Bear. What's up, man? What's up? These are some leaders. I'm basically giving them away for free. Although I will get some marketing out of it. I know, Yogi, you don't really like seeing stuff like this, but this one, for example, has a special mechanism designed. So even if you break off, the fish is going to live. Uh, I could have just built this one way easier and I wouldn't get any complaints, but I'm going out of my way to make sure that if someone breaks off from a fish, that fish won't die because of it. No, I don't like that. I might. I think I'm going to double back this one as well. Yeah, let's be safe. Let's be safe. We already have three leaders, three ready to go shark rigs. Let's put hook guards on the rest of them, or we can just use small bits of cork. That might be easier. Yeah, it actually will be. Just a little bits of cork. We'll take and stick on the hook point. So it doesn't poke through the bag. One, two. Am I giving him three? Am I giving him 7 liters? God. Anyway, hey, this is a premium leader I would easily sell somewhere else. I might just keep this one for now. Just, uh, take the stars. Nice one. Let's just keep this one on stock. Here's another one of our standard rates. We'll see. I can still overthink which one I'm gonna give away and which one I'm gonna keep for now. And it's all done. Oh, it's already sealed. Okay. In that case, whatever. This one you'll definitely be getting. Oh crap! My vacuum sealer is getting too hot. Okay. Noted. 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 I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay. All our rigs. Okay, so these are the three special rigs that he's definitely gonna be getting. Then I do need to we need yeah, this will be good. Okay, this is okay. So to conclude, this is a near perfect rig. Okay, so one specialty rig. This is a 4X, my pride and joy. The 3, this is a 3X. Is it? Not, is it? I don't think so. It might be. The Texas rig. Okay, this is a rig you can have for sure. For damn sure. It's a regular one. Only seeing two swivels, so this is actually not a specialty rig. This is a normal one as well. This could go either way. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm pretty damn sure this is my specialty rig. Hard to decipher through this. That's all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a specialty rig. Okay. So three specialty rigs. One regular, don't we somewhere have this? There's a lot of all cable rigs. If he has any with the smaller hooks, he doesn't. But this is my pride and joy. Just yeah. Hmm. Okay, this will be all we're sending. We'll be keeping only this one rig. Still 6 rigs. So that's a lot. But hey, is what it is. Now let's see if we can get this as a in a big envelope. But we don't have to see that now. The actual like getting it shipped out. I don't think I need to do that on camera. But this is what he'll be getting. Urban for sturgeon. So just one last presentation. We've got one regular all metal pulley shark rig with a loose connection, 18-0 catch all tackle hook. We've got one heavy cable and mono regular pull A rig with a 16-hour mustard demon perfect circle hook. We've got all cable, light, heavy and light cable combination, regular pull A rig with a 20-0 catch all circle hook. Then we've got a specialty rig with a mustard demon perfect circle hook 20-0. We have 10 feet of cable, 2 different sizes here, and another 10 feet of 600-pound mono. And this rig is only 5-foot casting length. Then we've got this rig, which is mustard demon perfect circle hook onto. Do we need to vacuum seal this? Maybe. With a yeah, this is a 3X rig. It's all cable construction as well. But the bite section is 19 strand and it is the 15-foot leader condensed down to 5 foot. And here we just have a shark saver deployment rig. And then we've got 3 true barbless inline circle hooks for 10 for sturgeon fishing with 130 pound and what's the other, like 200 pound with braided leader. Fierce. Let's see about resealing this one. It just looks like it's pulling air from somewhere. Either that or it didn't get sealed properly the first round. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't need a super tight seal, but this is too loose. This is too loose. I'm not satisfied with that. Oh, okay. New bag it is. Yeah, this is our other specialty rig. I guess you could even call a regular pulley rig a specialty rig, but this rig is. These are truly special rigs. because this rig is, yeah, like I said, it's a 15-foot all metal construction, and somehow you can still cast it only measuring you know, 4 to 5 feet in length. But it's a one third of of its total length for casting, and it actually sits not at the bottom with the base, with a little bit off bottom, depending on your line angle. But yeah, okay. I want it still tight enough so the cork stays in place. That was a bit tighter than necessary, but it's going to be fine in this case. In this case, it's not going to be an issue. Voila, all done. Now we just need to get them packaged and shipped. Monday, I'll ship them. So tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Yeah, it is already. Okay, now we're done with all the shark stuff. Now shark stuff is over. No more shark leaders for the foreseeable future. Well, at least for today. Hi there. Good morning, Willow. Good morning. Sorry I missed you. Hi. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to ignore you. I just, well, yeah, I didn't see the chat. You're not, sorry. Well, hi there. Anyway, why do I don't miss much? Why can't I see chat? Hi there. What's up? What's up? Yes, if you came in early, I'm sorry if I missed you. Just yeah, try to do better. Anywho, alrighty. Anyway, oh crap, this shouldn't happen. Losing valuable line. Anyway, hi, what's up? Yeah, I'll make sure to check my chat a lot more because I've missed some people come in and that's not good. Anyway, now let's clean up a bit. First order of business will be to get all of the shark specific stuff away because, well, there won't be any more shark stuff. Yeah, well, this leader can be butchered up because it's useless. Well, actually, it's not, but you can cut the hook off because the hook is too small for this leader. And it's a hook that we can use for some catfish stuff, so that's nice. Anywho, I'm getting set up so I can read chat a lot easier. Yeah, all our proper shark stuff can go away for now. I like big shark rigs, but if I have no use for them, I have no use for them, you know? So, yeah. 220 subscribers. Well, thanks, everyone. Howdy, Terry. Been a minute. I've just finished up, like, I don't know how much you know, and don't, yeah. Just so you know, Hurting for Sturge, he has got some family stuff going on. So, I instead of just instead of me just basically he's not really able to buy the shark rigs right now, or even if he was, I'm sending him some for free, and I've just packaged those up. If you want to see any of them, let me know. But yeah, he's gonna get 6 shark leaders, 3 of those being unique specialty leaders, and the rest being regular pulley rigs that still go down to half their actual length for casting. And I'll ship those out tomorrow. Ich gehe in einer Weile auch angeln, Kumpel. Okay. Did you use Google Translate for that? I mean, it's not bad German, but it's also not good German, if that makes sense. It's just no one actually talks like that. But yeah, when are you going fishing? Hmm? Three people in the house. Nice. Here's one shark rig, for example, that's staying here, but this would also be a pulley rig, all coated cable and mono construction, very light light. All of this. This is like if you have really spooky sharks, this is still gonna catch monsters, but yeah, you're gonna get a lot more bites. Ich fahre in weniger als einer Stunde los, ungefähr 30 Meilen entfernt. Okay. So in less than an hour, you're going to a fishing spot. That's 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 little bit less than 30 miles away. Gotcha. Schön ähnlich mein Haifischmontage. Yeah, this is actually a pulley rig, though. Like you can cast it out. It's just under 5 feet long, but the whole rig is 10 foot, which is still a short side. I've since started building specialty rigs that are actually closer and so like to 50. Yeah, they're not closer. That are 15 and 20 foot long, and still are cast out rigs. But yeah, Sturgeon can show those to you if you're interested. You'll be getting some of the really good stuff. Okay, while we're at it, let's package this one up. This is one of mine, which is a not actually not non-circle hook rig, just because of where I'm using it. It has a J hook on it because there's a lot of fish other than sharks that I'm actually more likely to catch on it. That you catch better if you're not using circle hooks, like octopus and very big eels. So that is why this rig doesn't have circle hook on it. Otherwise, of course, all shark rigs have circles on it. My shark rigs are 2.4, 240, up to 3 meters long, nicht auswerfen, sondern drei. Drifting. You mean like, you mean you yak them out or you actually let them drift out? 10 foot is not very long for a shark rig. Interesting. I know most people definitely use longer leaders. What size sharks are you targeting with that to not get them, so they don't cut you off? Because with their skin, I mean, like, don't they cut your main line when they hit it with their tail, or you just you're just not going after sharks larger than 8 foot? Wenn sie unter Druck von mir wegschwimmen, wirst du einen Schwanzschlag bekommen, damit man keine Kussen. Ja, die Haie ziehen zwischen 100. Okay, up to 600-pound sharks. Yeah, I would imagine that for 600-pound sharks, 10 foot is a bit short on the leader, but what do I know? Anyway, just to show you, this is one of those 3x rigs. It's not. I have one that is 4 times the length for casting, but this is already a 15-foot leader that casts as a 5 foot rig. Voila! Here you can see it's a double pulley system. This is how you're gonna cast it. Sinker down here. Whee! clip down, and then once it hits the water, it, it'll release, and you just have well, you have the sinker here, and then it's gonna sit like this in the water column. But as soon as the fish takes off with it, it's gonna slide all the way up, and you have 15 foot of cable, well, all the way to your from your main. It's gonna sit like this with your sinker dangling down here, and yeah, and 1 fathom. This is 6 foot to another 6 foot, or even 6.5 foot. So we're already at what 12 feet, 12, 13 feet, and then another 2 feet. So yeah, about 15 foot total leader length. This is actually a system that I have made up myself. I'm sure that someone else has created something similar, but still. The head that's it doesn't really tangle. It shouldn't tangle, no. Woche besteht aus stark beflochtenen Edelsteinen und gequetschten Enden. You only use 40-pound mono. Okay. Okay, then I understand why you're using shorter leaders. This rig doesn't really tangle. Okay, before I package it up, let me get a sinker to demonstrate. Because the sinker really keeps it from getting messed up. And we have swivels on here. You're right, Harry. It could tangle, but we have swivels added in key places to prevent that. I'll show you. I'll show you. Voila. Okay. So look, this like up here runs our rubbing leader part of the cable through, but the line that goes, but that our tag end actually is here on the swivels. You see, it doesn't twist itself because we have a swivel in here, so moves freely. And instead of this being clipped to a swivel up here and this running through the same end, which could also tangle, it is separated here and it's clipped into a split ring, and this runs through a solid ring. So this rig, it's very streamlined. You can see it doesn't tangle. Because of all the swivels, you can swing it around and it has no tangle. Once it's casted out, you just give it a few shakes. Okay, now it's not tangled. It just got hard on a rig, and then all of this is free. So it's usually as you've got tension, this is how it's going to sit underwater. And all this line goes to our hook, and of course, this goes to the main line. And once the shark takes off, it's going to pull the weight up to this, and then that's how you're going to be fighting your shark. And of course, you should attach your weight with a little bit of a brake line. So if your weight gets stuck at the bottom, you break your weight off, but you still get your fish. But yeah, from the rod, from the main line, we've got all of this cable. Make sense? If you ever verhindert, yeah, exactly. And we have a swivel. Like to the main line, we also have a swivel. So to a main line, this is the construction that goes to the main line. Or or rubbing leader goes through this solid ring, or clips into this split ring, and this swivel is completely left alone. Nothing is added to the swivel. The swivel is allowed to spin completely freely. Here goes our main line, and yeah, bringen über 3 Meter aus dem Wasser. Yeah, that you would love this rig because from our main line, like we have, well, of course, our weight has a swivel, but we also have this ball bearing swivel that keeps twist away. Then we have our lighter cable, and here we have another ball bearing swivel. You know, you can I know you can't see it, but you do. And then we just have our hook section, which is some heavier cable, so you don't get bitten off. I know it's a bit of a complicated rig, but you need to make your rigs complicated if you want them to be 3 times as long as the length you have for casting it. But yeah, I did put these rivels in different places to prevent tangles. Before it should work even without the swivels, but it would be a lot more likely to tangle if I didn't add those swivels in the and split rings and solid rings in the way I did. But this way it can be twisted pretty much any way it won't tangle. But any twist that would end up in a tangle is taken care of by the swivels. This is a shark rig I'm gonna fish in the North Atlantic and in the Western Mediterranean Sea primarily. Which it's really like a choker rig. It's a shark rig, but the hooks is like an oversized conger eel set up. So if a giant conger or octopus takes my shark bait or another big fish that isn't a shark, I'll still catch them, no problem. Right, we need to put a hook guard on here before we seal this rig. Otherwise, we risk our hook point poking through. Thanks, man. Ich habe Leute, die über das Anlagen sprechen. Okay. Yeah, it's a special kind of rig. And like Hurton for Sturgeon, for example, he is getting a rig like this with a big circle hook on it. He's also getting a few different types, so he can tell me which one he likes best. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Not seal too tightly so it doesn't damage the cable or anything. But yeah, cheers. This is a bag leader that whenever I go sea fishing, I'll keep this with me. And if I have a big bait and a spare rod, like my 50 wide, my MacIver 50, or do I have that baby somewhere around here? Anyway, if if I have a good sized bait and a big rod as a spare, I'll just cast that out and hope. The thing is, we don't get sharks nearly the numbers you guys do. So yeah, it's more like you just put a shark rig out there and you hope you eventually get one. This is the same kind of rig, by the way. But I'll keep this in the bag as it is, so I can pull it out for demonstration purposes. Alrighty. Yeah, the vacuum sealing is just to keep it, you know. So it definitely is waterproof because the vacuum bags they're a lot tougher than a Ziploc bag or something. So I don't get saltwater spray starting to corrode my rigs before I even fish them. Anyway, here's a part of a rig that I use to fish for eels, and I would fish for small sharks and rays and a lot of other fish still. For eels, I've kind of moved away from circle hooks, but this is a piece of mono that's actually a weak link. It has a cork on here, just to cover the tag ends of the mono. We have some tube, and yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. I might just put a different. The hook is good, but I don't like this style of attaching the hook anymore. But yeah, and this would go to another specialty rig, which I'll start building a few, but I might want to clean up a little bit. And maybe, just maybe, I'll take a break. And oh yeah, 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 it's way past eating time. Yeah, you use shrink tube for your crimps. Makes sense. I do that too. Now let's have our conger steak and then here's conger eel I've caught in the Mediterranean Sea a couple of weeks ago. Let's get that cooked up. So I'll take you guys with me into to the kitchen. By the way, Terry, are you writing in German or is YouTube translating it to German? Because it's kind of weird, if I'm being honest. Like, are you using a translator yourself, or is YouTube doing it automatically?
Anyways, we have two nice conger steaks. That we'll be having for lunch. And also have something else I could have, but it's my fishing channel, so let's have some fish. And yeah. So by the way, what yeah, you know, I know what to say. Because I'm literally just seeing your comments in German, which is yeah. Anyway. Also, if I hear anything from my girlfriend, I'll answer live because I'm a little bit worried about it. As an important part of this line is done, I could just cancel live here. Anyway. Verse of babies. Here. It's still half full, so we can add a bit. This is out. Seasoning it up. And celery and pepper. Got chickpeas going in here. Let's oil a pan. Drags up. Squid fishing gear for sharks, Terry B. Okay, I'll change the settings because this is getting too much. I know that's not what you're saying, man. So let me switch it to English so it actually shows you what you're saying now that you think you're saying in German. That's the answer. You don't have to remember. Yeah, I guess I have 10 feet of longer than some rainbows. Okay. Settings, channel, languages. No. What does it mean? Oh, holy crap. Okay. Yeah, but you'll have some benefit. We'll see. One people figure it out for one video. Okay, now I'm gonna okay, display language, English. I really hope it's gonna work now. Please, please don't be such a pain. It actually show me stuff in English now. Thanks, Terry. It's just yeah. I just don't know what to say. That's the problem. I have an idea, but YouTube is doing its own interpretation. So okay, okay. No, why are you still translating shit? Hmm, okay, okay. Just a channel status and features, advanced settings, channel, blah, 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 count, Google account. I guess I have to change the Google account. Language. Full boiling. Just English. Let's just put it English. I really hope in the future will stop translating stuff. Still translated? Okay. Hmm. All right. Then starting first. With all the translation issues, okay, you have to go. Yes, see you later. I gotta set my location to the UK, even though I'm not in the UK, but maybe that might be the only way to fix the translation crap. So I've already tried to change my display language. Okay. I hope. Please tell me that now it's gonna show the messages. Okay, someone say something. It's just gonna be if I if I get new comments. I really hope it's not gonna translate call anymore. Because it's not translating Chrome. That's what stuff you cannot translate, right? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful picture. I started a review on the other side of the pond. Anyway, let's get some of the chickpeas. Anyway, everything should work now. Not all of the computer is still in the pain, but for 45 degrees. We have to reach at least 50 degrees. 50 degrees in front of temperature. What I'm talking about. 49. Okay, nice. So this is done. Now and the olive again. Find it at a little bit of pasta we have. I look at the fish of the pasta, then I have chickpeas with the veggies after this. More or less in the two-part meal. Anyway, okay, no new homes added. That's good. We will continue on here. So you can stop. That's fine. It's down because well, it's good. I don't think getting the rest necessary. I think so. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think it's better to just have like one piece like this, not two, because you don't you can enjoy it more if it's not that much. Oh my god. That's quite flaky meat. You would think it's chicken, a piece of chicken crust. Yeah, it's about bread yesterday. More I think out something. Let's try it. Really bony piece. That's a catch fry. Just rinse off the extra sauce. Of course, the seasoning isn't the best. Mm. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Mhm. Mm. Fish is done. Okay. Just go into fridge. Yeah, feel a lot better. I think I can go. Keep going. Doing some more rain. Fish is done, by the way. Let's just build some easy. Let's just build some easy rigs that I use to catch bait or fish that you could use as bait. You could also eat them. Where's my fittest mom? This woodwork might be lighter than that. It's fine. You can find it then. It's gonna be fine. You know, it's big. Mom was lighter than that somewhere. Oh, this? No, it's not that. Okay. I thought it was a big deal, so it's not. Let's just go with a heavier one. Why isn't it here? Why is the work supposed to be the question of gas? So you can build a few of it. Good stuff. Yeah, let's go speed and swivel. This is the physical speed. Okay, it's not a bad thing. Just have to get this. Yeah. So use this monitor to put that stuff somewhere else. Big spoon very hot for you. A special little spool. Well, I'm gonna put this piece of it once it's there. Actually, I think I have two of them. Here's one. That'll be enough for one. Well, and I'll be eating in between. Yeah. Test this. So now let's just I definitely want to test it at some point. Anyway, not today. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. It's gonna be a little loop, right? And it's no. We want to make this not too long, but we're gonna create a twisted loop. Now we're going to do a special kind of a loop knot. You'll see in a minute why I'm doing all of this. This little arm here, it's like an anti-tangle help. Now our second loop comes right to the fish. This is where your leader attaches here. So it's kept away from the lead and everything. I just want to take the out of foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be less than a foot too. I'll explain in a minute how this rig actually works. To make it however long you want it to, of course. But yeah, I will explain the different usages and reasonings why you would want to be a certain way or not. Not. Voila. This is how it's gonna fish. Here comes weight on the little turbine. Here's your leader. The fish has a free running weight until now. Then he's gonna hit the weight and yeah. Now we can tie a pseudo finish on here. Explain why once it's done, because it'll be a lot easier to understand then. It's this finish, it's not necessary. You could just put a tiny little cute thing or something. Maybe I will put on little carved wig sleeve just over my knot in the future. I'll have to see about that. Special lighters that aren't even better, but you're really careful, you can use a normal one. You want to use a flame close to the bottom. Done. No more than necessary. But the thing is, we have 0 sharp access on this one. No place for my line to get tangled or my leader. And this helps the leader to stand off. So yeah. We just do two fathoms and that can be tied with a any knot of your coils to your main line. Okay. We're tying two more of those. Nice. First one done. Mm-hmm. Let's do another one. Way better, way better. Probably gonna scratch the first one. Redo it. Yeah, let's do a bit more. Okay. Um, let's do that. Yeah, this will definitely be a better one. Hence why I might do, do it because I think I found the right way to make it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Beautiful. Beautiful. She's a beautiful. That's way, way, way better. Those flat flower one. This is perfect. This is freaking beautiful. That's freaking beautiful. A little anti-tangle glue made out of the line itself. That's really what this is. Okay, it doesn't need to be can be right next. Actually, probably the closer it is to the weight, the better, honestly. Less likely you're gonna have tangles. One, two, three, four. Let's do a pseudo style finish for this loop. Now let's do actual pseudo finish. Take care of the tagline. Whoa, 16 views. Almost a celebrity. I'm kidding. Pretty much right at the end. And now we're gonna smelt up this tiny tag end. But we're not even touching it with the flame. We're just going close enough with the flame to melt it off. Yeah, that's a beautiful rig. That is a beautiful rig. I need to start using like colored line or something. But this is big, yeah, like an anti-tangle glue. And a loop rig. So these are what we have here. This is how much play the fish has before it hooks itself. 2,000 of mono. We don't want too much mono because then you'll get issues with too much stretch and stuff in your line. You also want to have enough mono, so you do have a little bit of stretch and have less fish that you lose during the fire and whatnot. Yeah. Just in case a fish don't like brightly colored mainline, that's another thing the mono will take care of. So anyway. Yeah, guys, you're all allowed to comment, you know. Okay. Yeah, let's do this one here. No bad rate, but this ain't it. Let's just hello there. So that's you're gonna cinch down on mono right to the swivel and then start twisting it with the ends roughly going away each in a 90-degree angle. I know it's hard to see, but yeah. Just using something slightly bigger with more grip. Sort of like that. Anyway, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. That ended up perfectly. Honestly, I might just eat my tendon sticking out, or like roots sticking out, and that might create a better rate. This is how it sits. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Now let's try with 5 loop because with the uni knot, 5 reps is like the magic number. It seems the same as like, I don't know, but it won't hurt if I can get the knot tight cleanly with tight wraps. It's gonna be a win. It's gonna be at least as good. Put it that way. Yo. Nice, nice, nice. Now to the pseudo finish. Mm, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, we're not actually gonna touch the line with a lighter. Just bring it barely close enough to melt of that end, make give a smooth surface. Done so. I noticed this end was pointing. The scoop was pointing in another direction. Anyway, cheers. Done, done, done. Nice one. What's up, folks? What's up? We'll do one more of those. Back. Either we're going to do something else or then we're going to stop. Wait. 20. Let's see how well these rigs store and transport. If they don't store or transport already well, that's going to be okay. Just important to note and keep in mind. Nice. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Already learned so much. The thing is, I fished this rig for years. I guess I'm a smarter, more competent person now because I just figured some things out that I never had before. Two, three, four, five. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, nice. Just over pseudo finish. Now, yeah, I think I have to end it after this, and maybe I'll do another live later. But I think I'm done for now after this. Mhm. Unless we get a bunch of people coming in, I'll answer that after this. Okay. Okay, our final rig is pretty much done now. I'll demonstrate it again. But now we're going to burn off this end, but we're not actually even going to touch this flame. We're just moving the flame close enough to just barely mushroom up this end. Okay, done. Nothing sticking out here. Very much the integrity left. Here's where our weight goes. This is how we rig fishes. Here we attach a leader on this loop, just regular loop to loop. You can see this keeps everything away from the lead, like a little anti-tangle boom. If the fish hits, of course the weight would be laying on bottom, so it can take some line freely, but then it hits our weight after like a foot of play. So it has some play, and then it's gonna run against our weight and more or less hook itself. Also, if you ever have to free spool it or you lose tension, the weight will still keep tension on the hook. So it's also good for that. Anyway, now we're gonna take a good piece of flip it off, and yeah, that'll be that. Nice. Really special feeling breaks down, and I'm done too. So thank you. Have a good one, and peace out.